So this here is the smallest capture card that I own. In fact, this is probably one of the best capture cards I've ever owned. And this here is the Genki ShadowCast 2. And what's great about this is at the time of recording this video, Genki has turned around and created a Kickstarter for the ShadowCast 3. Now, this thing, believe it or not, is really great for handheld and mobile setups. For example, if you've seen my shorts, I have a lot of stuff on the Anbernic RG34 XP. I got my Steam Deck right here. And this is even great for the Nintendo Switch, even though I don't like the fact that you have the dock. There is a product that Genki has called the ShadowCast dock, or the covert dock. And that will kind of be like remedy the whole situation with the Switch being this big dock. But besides the point, today I kind of wanted to show this off and how this works, especially when you have a device like the iPad and iPad mini. You can do this with your laptop. And I mean, you can also plug this up to a monitor. And I'm going to showcase it with this thing because this is going to kind of serve as two videos in one. As you see here, one of the cool things about the Anbernic device is that you have a little a mini HDMI slot right here. And you can use this to plug up to your TV and, capture gameplay or move it up to the big screen. And the way you would do it is you would plug in this little mini HDMI to HDMI converter, and you'd plug it up here and then connect the HDMI to your TV through there. And what's great about it is it works instantly. You don't have to worry about anything. It's literally plug and play. But what we're going to do today is we're going to turn around and do this with the capture card to show you exactly why live streaming or even just capturing gameplay on here is just a breeze. So there is a app that you can download. There's a couple apps you can get for live streaming and recording video. I'm just going to show one for the recording video. Just to let you guys know that no, Genki is not paying me to do this. I actually bought this out of my own pocket. And I just think that for the product that they offer, it's really good. Now, if you want to connect both to a mobile display and your TV or monitor, there is another capture card called ShadowCast Pro, ShadowCast 2 Pro, which gives you the full input and output. This only has input, so whatever device that you are looking to play from would be the same device you're looking at the screen, if that makes any sense. So it's hooked up. If you go to Genki, there's an app called Genki Studio that you can find on the App Store. There is another app that I use for live streaming, and I can show you that here in a minute. But first, we'll just go through Genki Studio. Genki Studio, once you do it up and you see a capture card is already plugged up, you are good to go. Now, obviously, with something like this, you're going to probably want to keep a power outlet next to you or a battery bank for handhelds like this, because with this, it drains battery. But what's really cool about it is you have a iPad display, and what I find fascinating about this is it's built up in a way that immediately when you hook it up to a larger display, it goes into a 16:9 mode. And if you guys know, this screen is a 3:2 aspect ratio. This is not the same aspect ratio. So just for demonstration, let's launch a PS1 title. I'm just gonna launch something really quick. Let's just launch Tekken 3. Tekken 3 is it would be a quick video to kind of just show you what I'm talking about here. So this capture card specifically will record in 1440p at 30 frames per second or 1080p at 60. Now, because the display on here only goes up to 720, this is why it's going to only be 720p. But, if you wanted to record games through this device and record through your iPad, you are set. So, yeah. Kicking his ass right here. Boom, boom, boom. All right. So, if I stop the recording and you go to here, you can go ahead and in Genki Studio change the aspect ratios to fit whatever you want. You can also change the input and capturing option to be 1080p. I'm keeping it at 720 because this game can only go up to it, but you can go up to 1440p at 30 frames per second for this particular capture card. So that pretty much sums it up. There's not much I really wanted to show with this. This is a very solid product. I actually think that this is like one of the best things that I got. And a lot of capture cards cost only, they cost anywhere 100, 150. This ShadowCast will probably run you, what, $50? Yeah, this one runs you like $50 at the time. But as far as I know, I think they discontinued this one, sadly, because they're getting ready for number 3. And they're promoting the last wave of ShadowCast Pro, which is still cheaper than an Elgato. So now that I've shown you the Genki Studio app, the next thing I want to show off is Camo Studio. Camo Studio is another app which is just as good, if not better than Genki Studio, because you can even live stream. So I'm going to type that out real quickly, Camo Studio. What I love about this app right here is this will actually let you live stream to YouTube and Twitch or any social media. And all you have to really do is set it up right here. You can set up your camera devices. You have an external video source. So tapping this right here, when you set this up, it'll be external video source, apps on this iPad or camera off. And then you would just hit ShadowCast 2. If you ever wanted to add a secondary camera, like your webcam, or if you wanted to use your phone to include the audio in there, you can even do that. So you can do the front wide camera, you can do framing, you can zoom, you can make this thing better. There's output and screen and sources. Now, I must say this, when you are live streaming with a device like this, you're going to want to connect your iPhone to the source, the input, because you can only use one audio source at a time. And that's not the device. That is actually a limitation in iOS for some crazy reason. So in order to have a secondary audio, you have to pair up your iPhone. So once you've done that, what you can do here is you can full screen it. And what's great about this is say you just want to record a video as well and you don't want to live stream, you can also record your videos. So if you have a Let's Play or a gaming showcase that you want to do, you can do that and you'll be able to record it and save the video to the device. But yeah, that is pretty much going to sum it as is. There's nothing else I need to talk about. So if you guys enjoyed this and you have any questions, let me know in the comment section below, and I will talk to you guys later. Goodbye.